Which brings us to Pyrrha.
The third and final death.
I mean, it could instead bring us to Ozpin. We don't have. It could
The disappearance of
disappearing.
He's disappearance of Ozpin.
Yeah.
But the way the characters talk about his disappearance, they make it sound like they know he's not dead.
It's possible that they know what his semblance ability is, and it might have been able to get him out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
Because
we're going over
Cinder also disappeared.
Yeah, if we're going over character deaths,
Yeah.
I think we should also go over the potential deaths at this point too.
Okay.
So Ozpin could be gone. We don't know.
Yeah.
So that just means straight up Ozpin, Cinder, and
Ozpin,
Pyrrha.
Cinder,
Yeah.
Pyrrha, which I consider to be a death.
Pyrrha.
Yes, I consider that to
okay,
be a
I
death.
I consider more Ozpin and Cinder to be disappearing. Just
Yes.
knowing.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the way that it's all spoken about,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can definitely see them coming back.
Yeah.
Pyrrha, I
just
write her off as dead.
The thing is, we don't. Again, it
We
goes
don't
back
know
to
how-
we don't know the rules behind death.
Exactly. This is the
It's
first
just-
like actual human death where you see them die, because
Because everything before that is kind of like,
'Cause-
oh no, your aura protects you,
Yeah.
whatever, and then they start going to, oh, when your aura runs out, you're then
your
vulnerable.
body becomes very vulnerable, which they got into with Yang
Yeah.
breaking Mercury's leg.
We'll get back
I
to
just-
that.
yeah, we'll get back to
I
that.
just here's why, because so many people have called me on this. Here's my way, because you gotta understand my background when I'm consuming media, because there are two big pieces of media that have influenced my life that have kind of altered how I perceive people disintegrating into dust. There's Digimon, where Digimon disintegrate all the time and then come back
back
as
as
Digi
eggs.
eggs and then come back to life.
Yeah.
That's a huge plot point in Digimon.
It is.
And also Harry Potter. Voldemort tried to kill the baby, his body was destroyed, but he lived on for over a decade before he got his body back. And this was a big problem in the last movie.
But he also had a ton of Horcruxes, and that's why he was
Yeah,
Right.
he had his soul
Here-
spread
True,
out.
but this was my problem with the last movie, because in the final battle he disintegrates, and it was kind of one of those things. Where it was like what? Because
each of the Horcruxes themselves are allowed to disintegrate.
Yeah.
There's other souls that come back.
But Voldemort wasn't in the book. His body was just there, and had the body being there had that tone of finality to it.
True, but
Sure.
it's just its final Horcrux.
Yeah.
It's still.
I read. I didn't read the last book
Yeah.
or see the last two
Yeah, I know
movies.
that, yeah.
I saw everything up to the finale of,
Yeah.
of Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Job.
Yeah, but that's where I'm coming from. Also, and my last point on that, the reason why I seem to hesitate is because, do you really trust Rooster Teeth's writers to keep their main protagonist dead for an extended period of time?
How many times did they kill the meta?
But
How many times have they killed Tex? How many times have they killed Church? How many times have they killed Donut?
True. I was gonna say with Church and Tex, they then eventually kind of
They
give
did.
you a reason for it.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
they
Tex.
kinda uproot all
Tex
of their
did.
deaths.
Tex did die eventually.
Donut clearly never died. Okay, the grenade exploding on his head in season 1.
Well, I mean, I think the armor lock thing is what pissed me off the most, because even with the grenade thing,
Okay, let's move away.
right, yeah.
Moving away
Back
from
to
Ruby.
RWBY.
Okay, back to Ruby.
that's a whole other thing, right? I've
So
talked that to
Pyrrha's
point.
quote unquote death. It again until
If
we
they-
know the rules of how the
Yeah.
life and death works.
Yeah, but I mean, since they've shown Grimm disintegrating the same way, I'm assuming why wouldn't humans die the same
Well, of course.
way?
Well, the Grimm are also. I mean, let's be honest. They're kind of blatant copies of the Titans from Attack on Titan.
Nah.
If you watch that World of Remnant again,
Like
it's
I said,
all-
I've
this-
never watched The World of Remnant, but
the
And the fact that-
similarities are alarming.
the fact that in season 2, when Team Ruby is out on that mission in the deserted city,
yeah.
they mention the professor, fucking Joel.
Yeah. Professor Joel.
Yeah, Professor Joel mentions.
Is it Oobleck?
It's Oobleck.
Oobleck.
Alright.
Which is a freaking kid's
Yeah.
toy.
Like he mentions when Ruby sees the giant elephant Grimm,
Yeah.
those are Grimm that have lived for hundreds of years and know better than to attack humans.
They live through. They live
have
through,
that means Grimm have intelligence.
Yeah, they lived through the
Titans
Battle
don't.
of Minas Tirith. I just made a Lord of the Rings joke. Because the elephants, the elephants.
Sure, I've never seen Lord of the Rings.
Oh, come on!
I have. I
Jesus
just
Christ.
wasn't paying attention to it.
Okay, so, I mean, I will allow that Pyrrha. I will go with Pyrrha's dead, but I will allow that room.
If they bring
For-
Pyrrha back,
They better
and
have a
don't have a
good
damn
explanation.
good explanation for it,
That'll be,
I'm probably just gonna be out right there.
Yeah.
First episode of Volume 4, just pure
Also,
like,
no
watching
point.
from afar.
Also, there was an episode of Fairy Tale where there was a certain. It's kind of a spoiler, but that certain character disintegrated, but then found out she came back through a different mean. So.
I mean, they always have ways of doing that. With
Yeah,
shows.
exactly.
And again, Rishiki's track record
It's terrible.
With keeping characters dead is not very good.
Now, granted, Miles has had a better track record than Bernie, but those haven't been protagonists.
I mean,
No, I want Ghost Pyrrha CGI'd in.
Oh God! What she's like a fucking Jedi.
Yeah, make it like Ghost Church, where everyone that works in it hates having to do it.
Yeah.
Takes like 10 extra hours for one scene.
And then, so yeah, that's her.
what were
Pyrrha's.
We're kind of dragging that.
Yes,
so
yes,
there.
yes.
What were your major pitfalls, major dislikes, major complaints about Volume 3 for you?
Let's see. One of my biggest ones was definitely once Cinder's plan was put into action. First of all, like Mercury gets hit in the leg after the fight, and I can understand like the big uproar immediate. Nobody checked his his pants were ripped, and you could see gray. You could see the metal in the ripped pants, and the fucking paramedics that put him onto the stretcher didn't notice.
I think that was part of Emerald's mindfuck.
No, not at that point. It was when they saw Cinder in a paramedic outfit telling them to put him onto the ambulance.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's when she was using her powers
They
again
didn't-
on them.
They didn't even check before, like that
Like,
entire time when they were on the
literally
stretcher.
lifted him up onto the stretcher and didn't notice that his legs weren't real.
God.
First of all, there's that right off the bat. Then the fact that they all left, the entire team left, and Emerald's sitting there in the stadium surrounded by thousands of people.
I'm not Emerald, I'm some other entirely green colored person.
I'm Emerald's cousin.
Bemerald. Yeah, I'm not.
Opal.
I'm not Emerald. I'm my own original character.
I'm not Emerald. I'm Opal.
Now, to that whole scene situation thing, I do like that we finally, and with the explanation, the backstory, I do like that we finally get to understand what exactly Emerald's power is versus in comparison to Neo. Because at first I think people were thinking it was Neo causing the people to see things.
Yeah.
But what it is that Neo can project illusions, and Emerald can
Hallucinations.
create hallucinations with a target. And
Yeah.
if it's more targets. He didn't. It wasn't the entire stadium. It was only focused on Yang, thinking that he was attacking. So that's why it looked like it did to everyone else.
What I gathered from Neo's power is she literally creates a physical still image that persists in the world.
Yeah.
Because you see it there
It's a
when
projection.
you see it there when she escapes with Torchwit, and then it gets shattered like a mirror.
And then
As with Emerald, she literally causes people to see and hear things that are not real.
Yeah. And the more people she does it on, the harder it is, and the more frequent she does it, it's even harder.
Yeah.
So if she'd done the entire arena, her brain probably would explode.
She wouldn't have been able to.
No,
There's no way in hell.
that's 'cause
It would have been flashing in and out of existence.
That was my confusion at first between
like,
the
half the
illusion
fucking
and
people.
hallucination. Is that I was like, is she making the entire everyone in the world seeing this an illusion? And then once they kind of explain,
That's what I initially thought too. Was
Yeah.
like the projection up on the screen was like being altered.
Yeah. But it was more, and once you kind of realize what she was doing to the people individually, and then you have the backstory as well. And when she made because Cinder didn't see it. It was everyone in the store that she saw it as a.
Nobody in the store, like Cinder and everybody else, saw her just take the ring, which is why all of those people were chasing her.
Yeah.
But the storekeeper didn't see it.
Yeah.
Which.
So I did like that they kind of, they didn't outright say it.
Yeah.
But once you piece it together, it's
not,
like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not 100% shown until you see her going after Amber.
Yeah.
That being said, I also do one thing I really like about Emerald's character as opposed to the others is when you see the city in ruins, she feels bad. She is not like a heartless person like the others.
Well, we'll also consider the way they found her. Emerald was found off the streets.
Emerald was a thief stealing to survive.
Yeah. And Mercury was found after he killed
his assassin father.
Yeah. So
are you anything like your father? No, my father's dead.
So which do you think Emerald then later on down the line might have the possibility of switching sides?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, I could definitely see her being villain turned good guy.
Yeah, I could see that too.
Because, like, she joined up with Cinder because her life was fucked hard, and I think she wanted to be able to just survive.
Other issues you had, like in general arc?
What are your thoughts on how the Maiden's powers are portrayed? Like during Amber's fight.
I liked it.
You liked it?
Yeah,
it was pretty straightforward.
It had a very Phoenix from X-Men vibe to it for me.
So
Phoenix,
are we talking Phoenix
Storm?
Are we talking Phoenix X-Men 3 or Phoenix from like the comics?
I'm talking Phoenix from the comics.
Okay.
I'm not talking everything around her disintegrates and she has no control over her powers.
Yeah.
But like that combined with Storm controlling of the elements and stuff.
Okay, so you didn't, because like, you know, when I hear like the Sage of Autumn, I think Autumn powers.
Yes, I also assumed that.
Yeah.
You can make the argument that they have the powers of all of the seasons, but the season that they are the Maiden of is more prevalent and more powerful.
Which apparently for Autumn is fire.
Yeah, I would assume that would be like summer.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it doesn't seem like it's that prevalent when it's Amber using it, though. It's when it's Cinder using it.
Yeah, yeah, but I mean, Amber had the fire.
Amber had the lightning and the wind going,
which I mean, that's
like
kind of not really
it's
fall.
No,
it makes me wonder how the other.
Like if
how different,
like if the Sage of Winter
in contrast the other maidens are.
Yeah, how different their powers and their personalities are.
Because if the Sage of Winter can shoot fireballs out of Vag, we got a problem.
I mean, first of all, no, like, I could definitely see the Sage of Winter being able to use fire.
Okay,
but. Like, it would be the same as somebody who it would be the same as, like, Weiss, who mainly uses, like, ice and stuff.
Yeah.
To use fire, like red dust.
Yeah.
Like, it wouldn't be her forte, but she can do it.
Okay. Alright. Yeah, I guess I can see it.
I like how it went the exact, like, overall, just this season, I like how it went the exact way I expected it to. It went from being, you know, the kind of the school... whatever it was with that, how it was for, you know, an anime to fighting tournament to, like, I knew it was going to happen. So basically I knew by the end of this volume there was not going to be any of the school stuff anymore.
Yes.
The tournament was going to be done or interrupted or whatever, and then it was going to turn into a completely different tone of show completely, where they kind of go after, like, searching for the bad guy. And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
It's not going to go back to any of the school stuff.
No.
You know, the tournament's over, and they're grouping up and they're going after the bad guy, and like a journey kind of. It's more now they're doing.
Which now it's team. So what do you call this team now? It's
It would be, I mean,
Junior.
They had a name. They had a different. The general fandom had a name for them, but I don't remember what.
Yeah, like I don't even know that they need to have an official name.
No, because
that's kind of the thing.
But the naming system is something put in place by the schools.
Okay.
Like, as there are then later on teams of adult hunters, you don't hear them referred to by team name.
Yeah. Okay, now this is another point I want to bring up. From the pilot episode to now, how much time has passed?
It's a very good question.
Because the season
hasn't been a year.
No, it can't have been a year.
It has not been a year.
Because somebody tried to make a point that it's the beginning of their freshman year is over. But how is that? But then in that case, why are they setting up for the tournament, and why are other schools coming for the tournament a year in advance?
Yeah.
Also, why the fuck is it autumn during the tournament? Because the brown leaves.
Yes, it's clearly autumn.
If it's supposed to be their second semester.
Yeah. No, and I haven't rewatched season 2.
I'd
I
have
haven't
to put
seen
the
it in a
time,
while,
yeah,
but is the tournament something that is held once every year?
They said. I think they said it was biannual.
Biannual?
Yeah.
All right, because no, it's definitely still their first year.
Yeah.
Like, they are still freshmen.
Like
maybe like a few weeks have passed since.
Volumes. It would have to have been.
Because like they set up the tournament and there was a whole debate at the end of season 2 whether the tournament was going to happen or
Yeah,
not.
no, that was a whole the tournament being there was a whole thing that they've been talking about the entire time. So they knew, you knew it was going to be that year that they were there. It was going to happen.
Like I understand setting up in advance, but like if it's a year, like I understand like setting up a year in advance, but there was no fucking way students from other schools across the world are going to be showing up a year in advance for this tournament.
Yeah, they already had students transfer.
It's just not fucking
over there.
You just don't fucking
training
do that.
and everything, and like getting to know one another.
Yeah.
And then
Like even the Triwizard Tournament going back to Harry Potter, at least Bobatons and Durmstrang showed up around the time where you had to put your name in the hat or the goblet. Like and they. I don't know. It's just like the way they've set the time frame up. It just doesn't add up.
Yeah. No, there's definite issues with that. Like, I could see it being no more than a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Because like they had to set up the tournament, get all of the other students here, like all of that, but it clearly isn't the next year. And like RWBY is mentioning like they've done a lot of stuff. Like they mentioned that they have done stuff since the last season. They didn't specifically say what, but like it's you can imply that they've been training and going on some of like the school of applied missions.
Yeah. And now it's winter at the end.
Yes.
So we need official timeline or something. Okay, so
in all that time they didn't get Torchwick off of that airship.
No. Torchwick
Torchwick
died on that airship.
They fucking arrested him and then locked him in a cell on one of their military airships.
Where he later died.
And kept him there while they set up the tournament and had those airships guarding the skies of Beacon. Why?
It's just fucking stupid.
Why? Why not have him transferred somewhere?
Yeah. Okay,
like you just needed
one like personal.
You just needed Neo. Neo clearly took over that ship all on her own.
Yeah.
You only needed her, and they could have.
Okay, but last point. I guess. Is there anything else we need to talk about?
Oh, there are stuff.
Do we want to talk about? Do we want to talk about Weiss and Winter real quick? Like I don't know how you guys perceive that relationship.
We can. Before that, I know I mentioned it to you guys, but I haven't talked about it in the video.
Yeah.
Did I? Fucking about what? No, I think I did. About Winter being that was at the beginning of the video. Never mind.
Okay. Just their relationship because I view it as incredibly toxic. I've already said this. I've made a huge point on this.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah. But I don't know if other people recognize that.
Because she's straight up just like railing into, and then she's on the soft side, and that leaves Weiss just kind of like, how do I deal with you?
Yeah, exactly. It's classic abusive behavior.
Yeah, I mean, even more than that, it's what you always see from like prestigious families or like high-ranking members of society or whatever, where perfection is not expected; it's demanded.
Yeah.
And anything shy of perfection is just completely unacceptable.
Yeah, like it really just left a bad taste in my mouth. 'Cause, like I made the comparison, like Weiss deadlegging RWBY, that's kind of funny. Like it's just friends like beating each other up.
Yeah.
Your older sister hitting you for answering the question not the right way. That's not funny.
No.
Yeah.
It's definitely. I think it's not intended to be funny. It's more intended to set up Weiss's relationship with her family.
Yeah.
Which she clearly does not like.
Which makes
she
that whole last scene when you see
issues.
her, flying back with her dad, Morris side, it's kind of like, oh, she had so much character development. Like, she was trying to,
she was starting to become happy and
her
free.
own person, And then, nope.
Yeah. But
back to...
Yeah, now that there's some danger, her dad has taken her away, and essentially he's locking her away from any kind of danger so that she can become perfect.
I think she'll rebel, obviously.
I mean,
but like
maybe, but with the relationship she has with her family and the kind of person she is, I would not see that. I would not see her rebelling as much as if it was like any of the other characters.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think it would be. I think her time with Team RWBY would have changed her just a bit. We'll see.
It definitely changed her.
I think the ending of this season is definitely a lot more promising. Like the team is now split up. They're fucked up. One of them has lost an arm, which is I still can't. I don't know. That just disturbed the shit out of me.
I knew that one was coming too.
Yeah, because
Because that was also casually spoiled to me.
mutual contact.
See, that's
yeah.
the thing. I didn't know it was coming. It was awesome when it happened for me.
Yeah.
Because you see Yang in any of her fights, and because of her semblance, she seems completely overpowered.
Yeah.
However, if you're able to deal a single strong enough blow or restrain her without hurting her, her semblance can't kick in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's her biggest weakness.
It's like it was. I don't know. For some, I find
Also, the fact that you're able to go through someone's aura,
Yes.
that shows how strong
His strength
Adam is.
and whatever it is that's with his weapon.
I mean, the dude took on a fucking war mech. So I mean, well, then again, war mechs in this universe are apparently made out of paper mache.
Yes.
What?
Didn't like the one that's not a prototype just fall apart before getting to them? Like they fought like 2 or 3 prototypes, the huge group of them, and then they saw like a finished version, and they were like, "Oh fuck!" And then like when it cuts back to them, it's charging them, and it falls apart before it reaches them.
Yeah.
What?
Was that because they got control back from...
No, they didn't get control back. I don't think.
Oh, okay. No.
Because I think they were still all destroying the machines at that time. Like,
Yeah, cause Ironwood
like
came out.
that was
and
around
he
the
was
time
still
that
shooting.
Ironwood was going, "I'm going to take my ship back."
That's when Ironwood came out like the Terminator and
Yes. I
how
really
mu-
like that reveal.
so,
about
That
Ironwood,
reveal was
too.
cool. Yeah.
How much of Ironwood do you
And
think
it's
is?
the freaking handgun he's using. Like,
Yes.
Holy
His weapons
crap.
are a handgun and his arm.
How much of Ironwood do you think is metal? Because a lot of people are concentrating on what could be, what else could be
Did
metal.
someone kick? Did anyone try to kick him in the groin? I can't remember.
no.
Okay.
No, that's why everyone thinking Ironwood. He's got some Ironwood.
I mean, since it's Rooster Teeth, it wouldn't surprise me.
I'm really living this time.
Yeah, I don't blame you. That was a horrible pun. But no, with Rooster Teeth, you come to expect the dick jokes.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it seems really cheap and like the immature kind of humor that I'm not like. I wouldn't be super thrilled if they did it,
No.
but it wouldn't surprise me because it's them.
Yeah.
That being said, I could see like half of his body being
Yeah.
metal.
So
From a legitimate standpoint, not like a stupid jokey thing, which I'm hoping
my
will
stupid-
keep on their more serious
So
thing
if
for
we're
a
going,
while.
so if we're going half, then that means half a shaft and a testicle.
Okay, no, I'm
I'm sorry, I tried. I really tried not to.
back into it.
I really tried not to make the joke, but it was just too much.
I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Why are we friends with you?
I don't know.
Okay, we got 7 minutes for this part. Do we? I think maybe we might split this into 3
Yeah.
parts.
We might just have to chop and cut to because we do
No,
a lot of kind
yeah,
of
no, I
like
think-
expositions.
No,
that we're
no, I
talking
think this.
about.
I think this will be a 3-parter. Let's see. Is there
But
points?
with Ironwood, I really like how he actually takes charge and fights.
Yeah.
Because when he's introduced in Season 2, and for all of Season 2,
Yeah.
he is military might, and
Because generals don't get
trying
involved
to
in
take
combat.
control of every situation but not actually doing anything and leaving it to others.
Right.
As soon as the Grimm have invaded, he is there evacuating people,
He takes
beating
charge.
Grimm with his metal
Bare hand,
fist.
yeah.
He means well. It's just as they mentioned multiple times in that volume. You know, those
Yeah.
intentions don't always.
Good intentions, quick slide to hell.
Another thing that gets brought up is they mention when Cinder takes control of the broadcast and goes on her rant. She mentions that there is the people running the schools are essentially the ones controlling the nations, and one of them also had the audacity to take control of the military as well.
Yeah.
You immediately, at least I did, immediately thought Ironwood.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So yeah.
She was talking about Ozpin.
Well, she was.
The
Trying
the
to-
thing
yeah.
said at the end by the big bad, she was referring to Ozpin.
Yeah.
Because she outright says that Ozpin is the one that is like the fool trying to take power.
Right.
He doesn't play off as that character, but once that end monologue is done,
And clearly, Ozpin has influence over Ironwood when he does.
Yes.
Not entirely, because Ironwood does whatever he wants, but.
but yeah.
Okay. No. Yeah.
I wonder to what extent though, because again, we don't know enough about the other.
The immediate.
We'll cover the last bit in
the immediate but the immediate reaction too of when Penny got ripped apart, and when Ironwood then talks to Ozpin, Ironwood's immediate reaction is, "Oh shit!
I can explain.
Ozpin, I can explain this."
Can you really?
Because like that makes it seem like he is afraid of Ozpin.
Right.
Like Ozpin holds more power than he does.
I also took it as the fact that he did something illegal, and now he just got shown in front of the entire world.
He didn't do something illegal.
There's the popular.
He did something immoral.
He did something that could be immoral. He did something that could be inferred to be like a show of military might in this school setting.
Yeah.
But just the initial reaction of "I can explain this" with that look on his face.
I took it as just incredible guilt.
There's also the popular opinion that Ozpin is the wizard.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up.
What do you guys think?
I mean, it holds up.
Yeah.
There's plenty of evidence to support it.
Yeah, I mean, I could definitely see that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I think he might be.
I think there's very strong hints to say that he is.
I mean, especially with the what's the person at the end's name?
Salem.
Which
Salem
just like is that's the beginning of Volume 1, and then the ending, like that's that continuation, that finishing of that monologue from
Volume 1,
from
Episode 1.
Salem,
which
directly addressing Ozpin as she finally says, clearly Ozpin is an important.
Okay, we'll switch the thing now, and we'll do part 3.